With the rare battles happening for about 2 weeks now, I've been going around trying to play as much as I can. Hopefully, you've been able to play, and if not, don't worry, there's still a month left as of recording this video. But today, I wanted to quickly go over the deck I've been playing recently, as well as what won me the Bleach Volume 2 Rare Battle. Before I get into the deck, I just want to say that I enjoy the Rare Battle format because there's honestly so many decks that can win and actually do well when they might not otherwise because of certain matchups. Honestly, I can see any of these decks and their variants winning rare battles. Personally, in my area, there's a lot of blue going around because it's the new deck, and a few people have upgraded their green decks as well. For purple, I've seen a lot of people gravitate towards the new Squad Zero deck, but I personally haven't seen many people play my variant, and so I wanted to share the list so you could try it out for yourselves. Let's check out the deck list. For the zero drops, we play 4 Ichigo, 4 Uryu for the draw, and 2 Renji for the active trigger. I only played 10 zeros, and honestly, I think it's a bit risky, but I was trying stuff out and it worked for me. However, in a larger tournament setting, for more rounds, you may want to add 1 or 2 more zero drops. For the color trigger, we played the 1-drop Ichigo at 4 with the new 2-drop Orihime. She's overall an insane card. She helps the purpose of the deck to mill. She's a 3k BP body and has an active trigger. The only reason I don't play her at more than 2 is because I think the list is too tight as it is. Then we play the new Rukias because that's our raid target, and she's also got the 3k BP and active trigger. I don't think her ability ever came up for me, but it is there in case you need it. Next up, we play 3 Oetsu for the double energy, as well as his ability to check the top of your deck. His when attacking ability probably won't ever be used, but it's there if you need it. He's also got an active trigger. And probably the MVP of the deck would be the 3-drop Ichibei. I played 2 of him. He's also got an active trigger, but his when played ability allows you to call a required energy amount and then reveal the top 2 cards. Then if you called it correctly, you can add 1 character to your hand. Otherwise, you sideline the card or cards you didn't add. Most of the time, I called 4 just so I could see my raids. We also play 2 of the double energy generating Ichigo since he's a name for your raids and gets us the energy. I never pushed him up when I played him, so during this tournament, his when attacking ability never came up. I did only end up playing 2 in the deck because he doesn't have a trigger. Now for the top end of the deck, I played 4 Raid Rukia, which was insane every time I played her, giving a crazy amount of draw power as well as being able to sideline cards so you can fill up your sideline if necessary. I also played 4 of the starter deck Raid Ichigo, who gains impact and allows you to draw more cards. Then I only played 3 of the new Ichigo. He's always got Nullify Impact, and outside of the very beginning of the game, he's usually got damage too as well from removing either 2 unique Squad Zero names or having 10 or more cards removed from the game. And moving on to the final cards, I played 4 of the 5-drop Raid Ichigo because the sideline is usually ready for his ability, as well as 4 Bankai and 4 Getsuga. Here's the full list of what I played, but I do have something important to say about this list specifically. This was the second iteration of the deck that I made. The first version was slightly different as I played the 0-drop Rukia from blue. I didn't have the Orihime in there at first, and I wanted to make sure I saw the Rukia so I could raid on her. After winning locals, though, with that list, I noticed almost every time I saw the blue Rukia, I also had access to the purple 2-drop Rukia. So I ended up removing her to test the list without her and ended up winning the rare battle. After switching to this list, I really didn't get a lot of testing in, so to be completely honest with you, I don't think this exact list is the way to go. It was great for locals or a rare battle, but I don't think I could bring this list to a larger event and be happy with it. So let's take a look at the pros and cons of the deck. It has a ton of removal, only 2 non-triggers, a huge amount of draw power, and multiple cards that check the top of your deck for your consistency. There's also a lot of characters that have high BP for their low required energy cost, and multiple even buff themselves further. There's also a lot of life-saving triggers. There's 13 active triggers in the deck, as well as 4 color, 4 special, and 12 raids. out of life over half of your deck at 33 cards that could potentially save you from losing the game, and that's not including the final trigger. However, this list doesn't come without its downsides. There is a low number of double energy generating cards at only 5, and that means you need to see those cards or your deck just gets significantly worse because you can't play the 5-drop Ichigo, or if you're consistently raiding from the energy line, you're constantly having to refill it. The new SR Ichigo also can't get impact in this deck, but that's a small thing that doesn't really matter as much as I play the starter deck Ichigo. Overall, after testing this list more, I realized I got pretty lucky. I saw my double energy in all my games, and that allowed this deck to go crazy and take the win. But unfortunately, I would say this list isn't that great unless that specifically happens. So now I want to show you the small changes I've made from the list that won me the rare battle to my current list. I went ahead and took out the 0-drop Renjis and replaced it with the Kiryu. She has a draw trigger, but the main reason I put her in was because I decided to remove the Ichibe. Now, I know I said he was the MVP, but it's more important that the deck is consistent and can actually play. Ichibe does add consistency, but I felt the deck just needed more double energy, so I opted to add the vanilla Kisuke that also has an active trigger. For the last change, I decided to remove one Bankai to fit in the last Oetsu. Some decks really need Bankai at 4, and I don't think this is one of them, so I ended up just removing one to try it out. Now, you may be wondering why this Kisuke instead of the new one from Volume 2. Well, there are a couple other cards I was considering playing. Unfortunately, Ichigo doesn't have a trigger, so I want as little of that card as possible. The Tenjiro is a nice addition because he can grab back any purple character from your sideline. So if your double energy generators go to the sideline out of life, you can grab it back. Or if you already have one, you can grab a raid or raid material instead. He's honestly a crazy card for mid and late game if you have him set up. But since he doesn't have a trigger, I felt it was just best not to play him. He could easily be swapped for Orihime though to help with the curve a little more. And then finally, we have the new Kisuke. There's two main reasons I didn't want to play this one. His draw trigger won't save me out of life, and his win played ability searches the top 5 cards. As you play this deck more and more, you start to accurately predict what cards you have a higher chance of seeing if you haven't seen them in life or drawn them or milled them. This Kisuke can only add 6 different cards to your hand, and anything else goes to the bottom of the deck. Here are the cards that can be searched by the Kisuke. Remember, his effect is mandatory to look at the top 5 cards of your deck. And notice none of these cards are really going to win you the game on the spot. Most of the time when you play the Kisuke, you have to bottom deck your good cards like a Raid or Getsuga, and then it just feels terrible because you most likely won't see them again. That's why I opted to play the Kisuke without an ability to just give me that extra double energy generation. So here's the list I'm currently playing, and I'm having a great time with it. Let me know your thoughts on this list, or the list that I won the rare battle with, and what changes you'd consider making, if any. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for more Union Arena content, and good luck on your rare battles coming up. You have until August 3rd to get your winner cards or top 4 prizing. Let me know if you try out the Ichigo Rukia list and how you did. And if you'd like to see the other lists I'll be bringing to the other 3 rare battles, let me know, and maybe I can put a video together with the different decks I'll be bringing. I hope everyone has a safe holiday weekend for 4th of July, and I'll catch you all in the next video.